Today is my wedding with Richard. Our 16-year relationship marathon is jovially coming to a conclusion.
Groom bride, please exchange rings.
Sarah! What are you doing here?
Richard, my asthma is acting up again. Can you stay with me?
Don't worry, I'm taking you to the hospital right now.
Richard!
Sarah isn't feeling well, I have to get her to the hospital.
But today is our wedding.
Genevieve, stop being so unreasonable. We can get married any day, but you have to pick the moment Sarah's having an attack? Besides, Sarah's just like a sister to me. As my wife, can't you show a little more grace?
Bullshit! Sister my ass! She pulls this stunt every single time. It's clearly intentional. Richard, you're blind and heartless. You don't deserve Genevieve at all.
Stay out of this.
Genevieve!
If you keep letting her insult Sarah, don't blame me for being ruthless.
Ruthless? Richard, is there even any sentiment left between us?
What do you mean?
The first time we rescheduled, I believed you. The second time we postponed, I endured it. But Richard, 3 strikes and you're out. If you walk out that door today, this wedding is over!
Are you threatening me?
I almost forgot. Today is your wedding. Richard, maybe I should just leave.
Can't you just show Sarah some mercy, Genevieve? When did you become so cold-hearted?
Richard, don't you dare go too far!
Get lost!
Sarah, it's okay. Don't be afraid.
Genevieve!
Deal with it yourself. Sarah can't wait any longer.
Richard! You're a fucking animal! Rot in hell!
Genevieve. Don't worry, I've known about Richard and Sarah for a long time. The only reason I haven't called off the wedding is because it's a strategic merger between our families. It's non-negotiable. But if anyone thinks I'm going to spend the rest of my life being faithful to a cheating bastard like Richard, they're dead wrong. But you can't just pick some random guy here to be the father of your future child. This is the most exclusive club in the country. Everyone here is either rich or powerful. The male assistants here are the highest quality you can find on the market. Now that is a premium specimen. Where?
Can I help you?
Hey, handsome. Want to spend the night with me?
You've got a lot of nerve.
Why? Are you expensive?
Why? Are you rich?
Give me a good performance tonight, and I'll make it worth your while.
Have you made up your mind?
Do it now before I change my mind.
Can't handle it already?
Are you a dog or something?
I hope you don't regret this when you sober up tomorrow, baby.
You're still a virgin?
Can't a virgin hire a gagamo?
Then I'll be gentle.
Not bad.
So what's my reward?
If I'm in the mood, I'll call for you again.
You think $100,000 is enough to get rid of me? Good girl. Are you underestimating me? Look into someone for me.
My lady, you've made my life a living hell these past few days.
Something on your mind?
Did you leak this to the media? Genevieve, because of you, Sarah and I have been dragged by the entire country for 2 whole days.
If you're brave enough to cheat, you should be brave enough to handle the gossip.
I didn't come here to argue. As long as you fix this PR mess, I'm willing to let the past be bygones.
And if I say no?
Genevieve, what the hell is with this attitude?
Attitude?
You ditched our wedding 3 times for another woman, making me and the Thorne family the laughingstock of the city. Richard, what kind of attitude exactly do you expect me to have?
Enough! Genevieve, I don't want to hear any more of your useless nonsense.
If you don't want to hear it, then get the hell out.
You think I wanted to come here? If it weren't for Sarah's severe asthma and the stress these papers caused her, do you think I'd even step foot in your office?
Severe asthma? And yet she still managed to get pregnant?
What are you talking about?
Stop acting. I know all about your pathetic little affair.
So you know everything?
If I hadn't looked into Sarah's hospital records, how long were you planning to keep me in the dark? A month? 2? Or were you waiting until the baby's 1-month celebration? Richard, I think I'm gonna help you fix this PR mess. Keep dreaming. That's not up to you! A mistress who crawls into another woman's husband's bed? What gives you the nerve to bark in front of me? Is it him? Genevieve, open your damn eyes and take a good look. I'm no mistress. I am the legitimate eldest daughter of the Thorne family. What the hell is this supposed to mean?
You've played the part of the Thorne heiress for over a decade. Surely you haven't forgotten that you're just an adopted daughter?
Father was the first to know about my pregnancy. He didn't tell you because I, his biological daughter, am the only one who matters to him. As for you, the adoptee, you've become nothing but a piece of trash he can throw away at any time.
Do you get it now? Only the true lady of the Thorne family is worthy of bearing my children.
What are you waiting for? Burn everything.
I won't let Sarah's reputation be ruined. Once these proofs are ashes, I'll have my lawyers sue you for defamation. I'll make sure you're kicked out of Wall Street for good.
My husband, my father, the 2 people I was closest to in this world both chose to stand by Sarah's side. So Sarah's the eldest daughter of Thorne family? Huh. That do my Tangier's sacrifice for this family even be knees? Genevieve, today is just a warning. If you get down on your knees and apologize to me, I might put in a good word with Father so you can keep your general manager seat for a few more days. You want me to apologize? What, you haven't even been officially recognized by the family yet and you're already trying to tell me what to do?
Genevieve! Watch your attitude! Sarah is carrying your father's biological grandson! If anything happens to them, I'll make sure you don't leave Wall Street alive!
That's right. I'm carrying the future heir of the Thorne family.
Heir? It's only an heir if it's born alive. If not, it's just a stillborn.
As long as I am the manager of this investment bank, neither of you have a say here.
Did Genevieve really say that?
You know as well as I do that at Thorne Investment Bank, Genevieve is a senior account manager. Genevieve outranks me. Firing me would be easier for Genevieve than crushing an ant.
That unwanted brat! If I hadn't taken Genevieve in, Genevieve would have starved to death on Wall Street long ago. Now Genevieve dares to threaten my own flesh and blood? Genevieve's getting way too ahead of herself.
Father, maybe I shouldn't have come back. These past few months, I felt like I'm the most redundant person in this entire family.
How could you be redundant? You are my most beloved daughter. I'll tell you what, tomorrow I'll speak with General Manager. You're going to start working at Thorne Investment Bank immediately.
Working at the bank is great, of course, but Sarah doesn't have any friends there. I'm just afraid Genevieve will bully Sarah.
Take my personal transfer letter with you tomorrow. Tell Genevieve to vacate Genevieve's office for Sarah. I'd like to see who dares to disrespect my daughter.
I knew you loved me most, Father.
Someone from the Thorne family? I heard Genevieve is the adopted daughter of the Thorne family. Genevieve married an investment bank manager a few days ago.
Genevieve's married?
Married and Genevieve still dares to mess with me. Genevieve, you've got some nerve.
Everyone in the Thorne family is trash. It's not worth getting drunk over them.
I've made tens of millions for the Thorne family over the years. I've more than paid back Edward for taking me in. Thought he saw me as family, just like I did him. I never expected he'd actually let his own daughter ruin my marriage. What are you going to do now? Richard Belmont is a piece of work. He's not worth fighting for.
But if they dare try to touch what I've built at Thorne Investment Bank, they'll regret it. You're that Giggy Mai?
What happened to her?
Don't even get me started. First, her husband cheats on her, and now her adoptive father betrays her. In a few days, she might even have to hand over the career she spent years building to that mistress. It's a total disaster.
Someone's been picking on you? Good girl. I'll help you get even.
What are you doing?
Something fun. You're so well behaved when you're asleep.
What are you doing here?
Is there any part of you I haven't seen? Isn't it a bit late to cover up now?
Did I hire you again last night?
You kept clinging to me and asking for more.
Even for a gigolo, this is way too much. I'll make sure you're well compensated.
Leaving right after we're done? That's a bit cold, don't you think?
Then what do you want?
How about we exchange numbers? I heard from your friend that you've run into some trouble lately. Do you need some help?
You can only help me with things in bed. As for things out of it, you're out of your league.
She really thinks I'm just a gigolo, doesn't she?
Is there something you want?
Starting today, this office belongs to Sarah.
Get out.
Didn't you hear what Richard said? This is my spot, and all your clients will be transferred to me from now on.
Take your woman and your bastard and get the hell out of my office.
What are you waiting for? Bring my things in.
What the hell is wrong with you? This office belongs to Sarah now.
Shoving your mistress in your wife's face? Do you not care about our family's reputations anymore?
Are you trying to use the Thorne family to pressure me? Open your damn eyes and take a good look. This is an appointment letter signed by your father, Edward himself. Everything you have belongs to Sarah now.
See? In Father's heart, a stray mutt picked up from the street like you will never compare to his flesh and blood. Edward, you want me to hand over everything I've built over the years just to pave the way for your biological daughter? In your dreams!
Genevieve, have you lost your mind?
You can have the office, but don't even think about touching my client resources.
What are you waiting for? Genevieve is trying to steal confidential bank files. Stop her now!
Richard, by what right are you restricting my movement?
Edward's orders. Sarah's word is law here. Now leave those client files behind.
I dare you to try.
You unwanted bastard. You really thought this would stop me from taking over your clients? Stop it! Stop? Genevieve, do you really think you're in any position to give me orders?
You destroyed my family and ruined my career! Richard, if you have the balls, kill me today! Because if I walk out of this door, I swear, I will make you both pay 1,000 times over!
You think I won't? Genevieve? If it wasn't for Edward, I never would have married a bitch like you! Let me tell you, every single day I spent with you made me sick to my stomach.
You think I give a damn?
What is that supposed to mean?
Richard, while you were busy screwing around with Sarah, I wasn't exactly staying lonely either.
You slut! You bitch!
My man is younger than you, more handsome than you, and much stronger than you.
Genevieve, you're nothing but a bitch in heat!
Oh, really? Because I recall Sarah, the proper lady of the Thorne family, screaming much louder in your bed.
Shut up!
Don't dirty your hand, Genevieve.
What's the matter? You have the land to crawl into another woman's husband's pred, but not the land to let him know the worse you are, Sitward.
Genevieve! Fine, you've got a sharp tongue, don't you? Let's see you can stay then tough when you're pinned under a man. All of you, get over here!
Mr. Belmont.
Take Genevieve. Right here, right now.
Richard, you animal!
Didn't you hear me? Whoever makes Genevieve submit gets a $50,000 bonus.
Richard, I will kill you for this.
I dare any of you to lay a finger on Genevieve.
Get out of my way.
I'm sorry. I'm late.
So you're the boy toy Janny keeps on the side? You're not important enough to ask about me.
You dare act this cocky inside Thorn Investment Bank? Stop them! Stop these two cheating bastards!
You shouldn't be here. Go, now!
Are you worried about me?
You.
You're both about to die, and you still have time to flirt? A gutter rat and a kept little gagombo? What exactly are you two going to use against Wall Street elites like us?
Elites? If I remember correctly, you never even finished high school. If Edward hadn't found you, you'd still be picking through trash in the slums.
How does he know about the Thorn family?
You!
You're just a dog Janey keeps. Who the hell are you to lecture a Thorn heiress? Janey? You!
Who are you to run your mouth here? Weren't you the one wagging your tail and begging to marry me, Richard? What, you hitch a ride with the Thorn family and suddenly pretend you don't know me?
You're asking to die.
What are you standing around for? Pin him down! Get lost!
You're a kept boy toy, and you dare hit someone on Wall Street? If you hadn't opened your mouth, I almost forgot about you. Sarah, I told you, until Edward publicly acknowledges you, there is only one Miss Thorne, and that's me. You hit me?
Janey! You're both dead! Break their hands! I promise, if any of you takes one more step, starting today, you and the families behind you are finished. You idiots! He's just some broke-ass kept boy toy. He doesn't have as much money in his pocket as you make in a day. What the hell are you scared of? Mr. Richard is right. Get him!
Janey, get on your knees and beg me. Maybe I'll let your little boy toy live.
This is between me and them. It has nothing to do with you. Please leave.
Relax. As long as I'm here, no one touches you.
Kid, do you really think you're some rich heir? This is Wall Street. All I have to do is snap my fingers, and I could crush you like a bug.
Is that right?
What are you waiting for? Do it! I'd like to see who dares.
Mr. Donnie, what brings you to the office?
The Sterling family is visiting our bank today. Of course, I had to be here personally.
Sterling? He's with the Sterling family?
Of course. He's the Sterling heir's driver. Yes, he's the favored driver of the Sterling heir.
Driver?
Wasn't he a male Esther? Since when is he connected to the Sterling family?
I'll explain when we get back.
What's there to explain? I thought he was someone important. Turns out he's just a driver.
Mr. Donnie, I came to normally take over Janey's assignment, but she refused to cooperate and even had her lover cause trouble in our bank. How should handle it?
Cause trouble. Mr. Donnie, Janey is Sterling Mr. Tinching advisor. Are you sure she's the one causing trouble?
Of course not. There must be some misunderstanding. Richard, come apologize to Janey.
You want me to apologize? Did you not hear me? Apologize to Janey! Mr. Donnie, are you mistaken? This Sterling driver is just a boy toy Janey keeps. How could anything he says represent the Sterling family?
Are you questioning my judgment?
Of course not. I just don't want you to be fooled by them.
Say one more word, and you're out of this bank today.
Do not offend this devil. He's the most ruthless head the Sterling family has ever had.
Looks like Thorn Investment Bank has some issues with the Sterling family.
Of course not! Richard!
Mr. Donnie.
Get over here and apologize to Janie.
If Janie leaves unhappy today, you can pack your things and leave too.
Janie, I'm sorry.
Since Richard has apologized, I'll let it go. But about switching my position with Sarah's... My father... No. President Edward sent me to make the transfer. Mr. Donnie, what do you think?
Well, I've seen Thorn Investment Bank's sincerity. Since Mr. Donnie insists on protecting Miss Sarah, then the partnership between Sterling and your bank...
We'll handle it. Of course we'll handle it. The bank has rules. Even Mr. Edward can't break them. I'll have him withdraw the transfer order and send a company-wide notice tomorrow explaining why.
As for Sarah, she can start from the bottom as an intern.
Is the Sterling family satisfied with this decision?
These guards can't tell right from wrong. I suggest replacing them.
Mr. Donnie.
Process their termination. Notify every employer that these fired guards are never to be hired again.
A man Donnie respects this much can't be as simple as a Sterling family driver.
I'll take her to treat her wounds. You can continue talking.
They're just leaving? Mr. Donnie, Janie, and that little driver clearly don't respect you at all.
I think it's fine. Has Mr. Sterling left?
Was it really okay to offend Edward Thorne for Mr. Sterling?
10 Thorne families put together aren't worth 1 sterling. If I offend Edward, I might lose my job. If I offend Alexander, I'm done everywhere in America.
Why were you at the bank today?
What do you think?
You took me from the bar yesterday, then stormed into Thorn Investment Bank today? Alexander, are you following me?
Great imagination, but sorry to disappoint you. Mr. Sterling really did send me to Thorn Investment Bank to sign with you.
I don't know anyone in the Sterling family. Why would he?
The mysterious trader, the 3-year who attacked the Ojo bond market, the god of short soling, who short 3 billionaires' Jite market and cleaned harder $1 billion. Mr. Sterling said that person's methods look a lot like yours. He asked me to ask what your relationship.
I'm just an ordinary investment banking manager. How would I know a legend like that? Mr. Sterling is overthinking it.
Little liar.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I just think you're especially cute tonight.
You said she got involved with the Sterling family?
Yes. I heard their boss personally picked her as his financial advisor.
The Sterling family controls both the legitimate and underground worlds. They are not people to mess with. Janie found them to protect herself.
That Donnie gave me no respect at all. He actually kicked me down to intern. Father, the whole company only knows Janie as the Thorn girl. No one knows I'm your real daughter.
Exactly. Without Sterling backing her, Janie already dared threaten Sarah's pregnancy. Now that she has support, Sarah is in real danger.
I won't let Sarah be treated like this anymore. Janie cannot stay alive.
Like a damn dog.
Hello, is that Mr. Steven from Sterling Group? This is Janie. If it's convenient, I'd like to schedule a meeting with Mr. Sterling.
Boss, Miss Janie will be here soon. Are you still planning to hide that you're the Sterling family's only heir? Of course. What if Miss Janie finds out the truth?
Isn't she hiding something from me too?
Edward is ready to abandon me for Sarah. If Mr. Sterling is someone I can work with, maybe I can use him to keep the Thorne family in check.
Janie, you're suspected of insider trading involving tens of billions. Come with us.
Me?
Janie's in trouble.
Everything I do is legal and compliant. I've never crossed a line. You're framing me.
I only care about the result. Sign it.
You want me to transfer all my core client data to Sarah? You're not an agent! You're Sarah and Richard's dog!
Watch your mouth!
You want me to hand over all my client data so Sarah can take my place? Tell them this. In their dreams.
So it was you.
You ate at the Thorne family's table for over 20 years. Without me, you would have died on a Brooklyn street. Making way for Sarah is what you owe us.
Oh, you? Edward, I've earned the Thorne family 100 times more than you ever gave me. If anyone owes anyone, you owe me.
Miss Janie is in that car. Ram it. Boss, that's a police car. Hit it!
How are you here?
Are you hurt?
So you're the broke driver she's keeping?
I'm fine.
Kidnapping someone in broad daylight? You've got nerve. Here, the Thorne family's rules are the rules. What are you waiting for? Take Janie back to the station. I'd like to see who dares. You crawled out of the slums. Do you know who I am? There is nothing in this world Edward Thorne doesn't dare do. Take Janie. Hold it. Janie, you surround yourself with trash.
A poor driver, and now what? Some idiot assistant?
You think these two can stop me?
You're not taking her today.
Then try me. Who are you people?
An immunity order? You're with the Sterling family? Mr. Edward, I believe you're looking for me. I'm Mr. Sterling's assistant. Miss Janie is an honored guest of the Sterling family. You don't have the power to take her. The Thorne family raised you for over 20 years, and to fight me, you joined force with those old money predators? Janie, you're digging your own grave.
Stop flattering yourself. The Thorne family isn't even worthy of shining Mr. Sterling's shoes.
Fine. I don't believe the Sterling family can protect you forever. We'll see. Wait. I'm giving Mr. Sterling face. A low-born nobody like you doesn't get to speak. Your people hurt Janie. Don't you owe me an explanation? A nobody like you wants an explanation from me?
Is that right?
Ah! You! How dare you! I hope this is the last time. Otherwise, you're next. Are you threatening me? No, it's a warning. Don't test me. Infurist me. Tomorrow's headline will be the Thorne family explosive scandal. The Wall Street's elites all discussed in Joan Worthy-Moms's high-sage lady. Or just some street hooker you picked up when you were horny.
Sarah's birth mother was actually...
Who the hell are you?
Didn't you already say it? I'm Janie's broke little driver, remember?
Fine, we'll see.
Handle the rest.
Alexander's connection to the Sterling family is definitely not ordinary. What is he hiding from me?
Still not resting?
How did you know about Sarah's background?
Stephen is well informed. He secretly told me yesterday.
You two are close?
Of course. We serve the same boss, after all.
That doesn't mean you need to be together all the time.
Are you misunderstanding something? Steven said you were coming to the company today, so he asked me to see you off afterward. We waited for a long time, so we came looking for you. We didn't expect to run into you and Edward.
Could it really just be a coincidence?
I was going to get Janie's client data for you and then send her to her death. I didn't expect to run into the Sterling family's people halfway there.
Father, don't offend the Sterling family because of me. If Janie really can't stand me, I can leave the Thorne family.
You're the only family I have in this world. How could I watch you leave?
But... Father, actually, I have another idea.
Go on.
Janie only latched onto 2 Sterling dogs. No matter how much influence they have, can they outrank the current Sterling heir?
What are you thinking?
I heard the Sterling heir is about my age. If I can make him fall for me, Stephen will have no choice but to bow to us.
But the baby in your belly...
The doctor was wrong. I'm not pregnant. Richard and I were just a one-night thing. If I can help you win over the Sterling family, I'll cut ties with him.
Good. That's my daughter.
But I heard this heir keeps a mysterious schedule. It won't be easy to meet him.
I got word that the Sterling matriarch's birthday banquet will be held at the estate. Their heir will definitely appear there. Once I meet him, I have plenty of ways to make him fall for me.
Our Sarah is the sensible one.
Speak.
Boss, the old madam said you must attend tomorrow's family banquet.
Alexander!
What do you think of the painting?
You painted this? How many secrets do you have that I don't know?
Mystery keeps you hooked.
What's with the outfit?
I'm going to an art exhibition today.
Alone?
Stephen will come too.
Good luck.
Wait for me.
I don't believe in coincidences, Alexander. I will figure out your relationship with the Sterling family. You'd better have told me the truth. The tracker says Alexander is right here. Alexander, you really did lie to me. That's the Sterling family for you. This party is insanely lavish.
Of course. Look at everyone here. They're all important names in New York.
Isn't that Sarah?
Sarah's a big deal now. Edward sent her to represent the Thorne family at the banquet. He's officially telling everyone she's the second daughter of the Thorne family.
Miss Sarah.
I'm here on behalf of the Thorne family to present a birthday gift to the old madam.
Please come in.
Where did this beggar come from? She looks so cheap.
What are you doing here? Stop right there. Move. This is the Sterling family's banquet. You're just an adopted daughter. What right do you have to attend? Sorry, I'm not here on behalf of the Thorne family. I'm here as the Sterling family's chief financial advisor. Tell me, am I qualified to enter?
Miss Janie, this way, please.
Once I'm with the Sterling heir, let's see what Janie used to act so arrogant in front of me.
Hello. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Alexander, where the hell are you?
The old madam has arrived.
Old madam, this my father's birthday gifts.
That face. Why does it look so familiar?
Miss Janie, do you also have a gift for our madam?
What decent gift could she possibly have? Mrs. Sterling, this is the Thorne family's gift, worth $60 million.
Of course. The price isn't the point. What matters is that it's privately handmade. I believe only a one-of-a-kind piece can reflect your status.
What are you laughing at? Do you not know the bracelet on the old madam's wrist alone is worth over 200 million? This from the Thorn Shift. They burió their cheapie. Better than showing up empty-handed.
Who said I came empty-handed?
Old madam, on behalf of the Sterling family's financial advisor team, I brought you a birthday gift.
Open it.
The old madam didn't care about something worth 60 million. I'd love to see what trick you can pull.
Janie! It's the old madam's birthday and you're giving her some worthless painting?
This painting.
This is Alexander's work. If the old madam recognizes it, then his connection to the Sterling family is different.
I've never seen such a special painting. Thank you. I like it very much.
Did I really overthink it? As long as you like it, old madam.
Quick, take this painting to my bedroom before some little brat starts coveting it.
Yes, madam.
Girl, I like you. Sit beside me tonight.
Miss Janie, can we buy paintings from you? Yes, yes. Name your price. What a bunch of clueless idiots.
They think a few lousy paintings can please the old madam and make them her granddaughter-in-law? I'm Miss Thorne. I want to see the Sterling heir.
That brat kept hiding outside and refused to come home, so it was because of her.
Are you saying this was painted by the young master?
Of course. I watched that brat grow up. I can recognize his work at a glass.
Then Miss Janie is...
Go make arrangements. Take very good care of my future granddaughter-in-law.
Old madam, the boss is back. Grandma, happy birthday.
You're home. That's all that matters. I didn't expect you to bring Grandma such a surprise.
A surprise?
Still pretending? I've already met your little girlfriend.
I did not tell Missy where you were.
If only you were a little less smart.
Hey! You just got back. Where are you going now?
To find your granddaughter-in-law.
Young master, Miss Thorne wants to see you. She said she's waiting in the lounge.
Janie? Looks like she's already guessed who I am. Take me there.
I searched all night and still haven't seen Alexander. Where did he go?
Miss Janie?
Stephen?
Aren't you waiting in the lounge for the boss? For Alexander?
He is in the lounge.
Damn it! The one in the lounge is Sarah Thorne!
This is incense I bought on the black market. Anyone who smells it will lose control. Then, he is here.
Why is it you?
Why does this Sterling heir look so familiar? But it doesn't matter. No one in this world is worthy of the Sterling heir except me.
Get off me. What's that smell?
Something that will make both of us very happy. After tonight, I'll be part of the Sterling family.
This way.
Why does Sarah want to see Alexander alone?
You should probably let Alexander tell you himself. We're here. Wait.
Let go.
If the two people inside are Alexander and Sarah, what would you do?
I'd kill them.
Miss Janie, please stay calm. Don't...
Janie.
You actually used drugged incense on him?
Janie.
Open your eyes.
Janie.
I'm giving you one last chance to come clean. Tell me who you really are.
Alexander Sterling.
Steven!
Miss Janie.
Throw Sarah out.
Do you know who I am?
My love, Jamie Thorne.
She was drugged and isn't conscious. I gave her a sedative. She won't wake up anytime soon. Thank you. Should I notify the Thorne family to pick her up? We'll decide what to do after the young master wakes up.
I have no strength left.
No more. I just want to hold you.
Not tired? If you're not tired, let's settle a few things first.
I swear, other than my identity, I never lied to you about anything.
What about you and Sarah?
How the hell would I know? It was my first time meeting her alone, and she lunged at me like she was in heat. Thank God you were there. Otherwise, I would have killed her.
What are you thinking?
Steven saved me several times. Edward must have sensed the threat, so he sent Sarah to seduce you. They definitely have another move.
What do you want to do?
Anything I want?
Of course.
Let Sarah sleep with Alexander Stanland.
What did you say? Janine, you really think I'm some escort anyone can take to bed?
What the hell are you thinking? Mr. Sterling keeps a very low profile. Only a handful of people know who you really are.
What are you saying?
Sarah wouldn't go this far without a next move. I want to know why they're working so damn hard to get close to you.
You want to use my identity as bait?
So, are you in?
What's in it for me? Jenny not tired anymore?
If I'm asking the powerful Mr. Sterling for a favor, of course I should pay him properly.
Awake?
Mr. Sterling.
You were all over me in bed 5 minutes ago, and now you forgot?
Just now? But I remember Janine.
Janine? Not just anyone gets into my bed.
You chose me over Janine?
I knew it! You'd never want Janine, that used up bitch! You don't know, do you? Janine keeps a driver on the side. He works as a bar escort. God knows what diseases he has.
Janine is rotten to the core.
You seem to really hate her.
Mr. Sterling, since I'm your woman now, can you help me get rid of that bitch?
Tell me. What exactly do you want me to do?
Wall Street's stray dog actually crawled back?
What do you mean?
Look closely. That's your signature.
Those core clients worth billions? Sarah and I handle them now.
You forged my signature and stole my clients. Does Mr. Donnie know?
You think Mr. Donnie will still protect you? Mr. Thone is now Mr. Sterling's honored guest. You're just a little financial advisor. What makes you think you can fight me?
Is that so?
I'm done wasting breath on you.
Janine, on behalf of the Sterling family, I officially announce you're fired.
Starting today, everything you have belongs to Sarah and me.
Belongs to you? Richard, you're trash by nature. Sarah can have you, I don't care. But my clients? Neither of you gets to touch a single one.
You!
And
Aren't you curious how Edward managed to get close to the Sterling family?
What the hell do you mean? What is this?
Your sweet girlfriend Sarah climbed into Mr. Sterling's bed for money and status.
That's impossible! What are you laughing at?
At how stupid you are. You sold yourself to the Thorne family and this is what you became. Richard, Edward is a businessman. He's selfish. In his eyes, profit is everything. Feelings mean nothing. He used you to clear Sarah's path. He made you charge first and steal my core clients. Now that I'm left with nothing, you're useless to him too.
You're lying!
I'm lying? Look carefully. Sarah was never pregnant. She used you from the start. She wanted to destroy my marriage and take everything from me. You were nothing but a tool for that father and daughter. Richard, in this world, only what you hold in your own hand is real. Tell me the Thorne family's plan, and this $50 million is yours.
No, no way. Edward checked your assets. You can't possibly have that much money.
Edward? If Edward were really better than me, I'd have been kicked out of Thorne Investment Bank years ago. Still don't believe me? Recognize this account?
You're actually...
Shh. You're the first person to know who I really am, Richard. I'm giving you one last chance. Do you want a way out or not?
You'll really pay me?
Relax. I keep my word better than Edward. That hard to choose? Fine. Let's see if you can become the Thorne family's golden son-in-law and fight Sarah for that pathetic inheritance.
Wait! I'll talk.
That's better.
Talk. Why did Edward go through all this trouble to make you transfer my client files?
What the hell is Edward planning?
Edward wanted me to move all client assets into the Thorne family's offshore account. He had me forge your signature, so everyone would think you moved the money.
And then?
Then, he'd kill you. He'd stage it as a guilt-ridden suicide. The money goes to the Thornes, and the blame goes to you.
Edward, you don't just want to ruin my career? You want me dead.
Janine, I didn't want this. Edward threatened me. If I didn't cooperate, he'd kick me out of Thorne Investment Bank.
How long until his transfer plan is complete?
3 days. Edward said you have to die in 3 days.
I'll hold this $50 million for you for now. When it's over, you'll get it back with interest.
What do you mean?
I need you to keep acting with me. Tell Edward everything is going according to plan.
No. Edward will kill me.
You think refusing him keeps you alive? Richard, you ran out of Enders a long time ago. But with me, at least you have a shot.
How did the talk with Sarah go?
She told me everything. Edward wants to kill me.
That old bastard.
I'll send him to hell myself.
Easy. I want to show you something. You should know who I am. Looks like you already knew.
What choice did I have?
You slept with me and ran. I had to investigate.
Those old Wall Street sharks have searched for me for 3 years. Edward would never dream the traitor he kept trying to recruit was the adopted daughter he despised.
Then tell me your next move, god of short selling.
Edward wants Richard to move client assets into the Thorne offshore account. My job is to let him think everything is under control, then short him into the ground at the last second.
How much capital do you need?
$5 billion. I need it tonight. Can you do it?
Prepare 10 billion. Yes. Immediately.
Do what you need to do.
You're not even asking what I'm planning?
If you want to burn down the Upper East End, I'll hand you the matches. If you want to short the Thornes, I'll load the gun. Janine, my woman doesn't have to worry about consequences.
What if I lose all your money?
Even if you asked me for 10 billion every day, you still couldn't bankrupt the Sterling family in this lifetime.
How are things with Janine?
She signed. All client assets are being transferred in bulk.
Good. Well done.
When this is over, I'll give you a generous gift.
Then my wedding with Sarah?
Your wedding can wait. Right now, handling Janine is what matters. Go back. Once it's done, I'll send someone for you.
Okay. Can I see Sarah?
Sarah's busy these days. Sarah has no time to see you. But enough! Finish the task in your hands. Everything else can wait.
Janine was right. The Thorns are selfish to the bone. Edward would never give up the Sterling family for me.
I did what you said. Where's the money?
Mr. Sterling.
How's the search for that woman going?
I've checked all the surveillance footage, but I couldn't find the lady you mentioned. Just give me a little more time. I'll definitely get you the answer you're looking for.
I want her full profile by tomorrow night. If you can't deliver, you might as well close this bar for good.
Yes, sir.
Boss, who is that guy? He's so damn arrogant.
Watch your tone! That is the current head of the Sterling family.
The Sterling family? You mean the top-tier conglomerate that controls half of Manhattan?
Now that you know, get moving and find her.
Yes, sir.
You actually slept with him?
Did I leave my bracelet in the room last night?
Genevieve, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. He was pretty good in bed. If he stays obedient, I wouldn't mind keeping him around for a while. You should worry about staying alive first.
What do you mean?
You really think Edward will let you live until tomorrow?
Your job is done. Mr. Thorne sent us to take you on your final ride.
No! He said I was his most trusted partner!
Mr. Thorne said only dead men keep secrets. Move out.
Edward really wants me dead. I can't get away. Even if I take your money, I won't live to spend it.
You still have one choice.
Say it. If it keeps me alive, I'll do anything for you.
Take him somewhere safe.
Get up.
Ms. Janine.
Nice performance. Tell Alexander to double your bonus.
Thank you, Mrs. Sterling!
Edward, I hope you enjoy the gift I'm sending you. See you, Ramazzonis.
What are you doing?
You went at it over and over without saying a word. What the hell got into you?
Richard touched you just now.
He was grabbing at me like I was his last lifeline. He wasn't thinking about that.
Still not allowed. You're mine.
Edward took the bait. Still mad?
You've been in contact with Richard more than me these past few days.
One more day?
Just one day?
Edward is hosting a banquet at the manor tomorrow. He's probably planning to make my death look natural in front of everyone. So...
After tomorrow, Richard can get lost?
Smart.
That's it?
What else do you want?
Tell me you only love me.
You're my one and only. I love you.
Alexander Sterling, how dare you ignore me!
Father.
Did you fight with Mr. Sterling?
After the old lady's birthday, he vanished. I've sent him so many messages and he hasn't replied to a single one. My friends all say I'm lying, that I'm not with Mr. Sterling at all.
The sole heir of the Sterling family is allowed to play around. The fact that he fired Janine for you already helped us enormously.
But
relax. After tomorrow, the Thorne family's capital will multiply 10-fold, 100-fold. By then, we'll be more than worthy of the Sterlings.
Really? Good. Once I marry Mr. Sterling, I'll make every socialite who doubted me kneel and apologize.
Here it comes. Stupid Edward. Even now, he's still threatening me with my job at the investment bank.
He'll pay for that stupidity very soon. Let's go.
The banquet doesn't start for more than 7 hours. Where are we going?
If you're going to war, you need armor.
What do you mean?
Tonight, the entire Upper East Side is going to shine for you.
This is...
Come on, they've been waiting for us.
Mr. Sterling, all the outfits you reserved are ready.
When did you prepare all this?
From the moment I learned your plan.
You...
Don't get emotional. Try them on first. I had them prepare 10 looks. Pick the one you like best. The rest, keep them, donate them, burn them. Your call.
He chose all of these?
Of course. Mr. Sterling heard what you went through in the Thorne family. It broke his heart. So he prepared these long ago, hoping to make up for what you missed back then.
I heard you moved out of the Thorne house after Sarah came back. Why?
Sarah wouldn't let me wear prettier clothes than hers or do my makeup nicely. When I lived with the Thornes, almost everything I wore and used was something she didn't want anymore.
You never had new clothes?
Friends gave me a few new dresses, but Sarah found them and burned them. From that day on, I wanted out of that house.
From now on, we'll wear something new every day.
Alexander. How do I look?
Turn around. This one shows too much.
You don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I don't want anyone else seeing it.
How about this?
This one.
Is it too plain?
Not plain. This one is like you.
Like me?
Quiet at first glance, but when you really look, every inch has light hidden in it. You're not a woman people can understand at one glance. It takes time, it takes heart to see how precious you are.
When did you get so smooth?
The day I fell in love with you. Janine, tonight Wall Street is going to learn who you are all over again.
All over again?
Yes. Not the Thorne family's adopted daughter, not Richard's anything. Janine, the god of short selling, Wall Street's queen, and the lady of the Sterling family.
Go. Tell Edward and everyone who ever looked down on you exactly who you are.
Okay. Is that Janine, the Thorne family's adopted daughter? Oh my god, how did I never notice she was that gorgeous? So she put on a pretty dress. Look how smug she is. Big deal.
You try wearing that dress. It's H-brand couture, one of one in the world. Money can't even buy it.
Edward, I'm here.
How dare she show up dressed like that?
Janine! This banquet was held by Father especially for me. What the hell are you trying to prove dressed like that?
Edward invited me. If I'm not welcome, I'll leave.
Miss, don't forget tonight's big matter.
Stop!
Coward.
She's just a bastard! If the Thornes hadn't taken her in, she'd be nothing.
Miss Sarah, calm down. After tonight, Janine will be a corpse.
True. After tonight, I'll be Mrs. Sterling. Why waste my anger on her? Janine, you won't be smug for long.
Miss Janine, you look stunning tonight. May I have this dance?
Sorry, I have a boyfriend. Boyfriend? Nice way to dress it up. You're a married woman. What you have is a side spot. I heard he's just a driver. Compared to our Sarah's boyfriend, that's pathetic. Oh? I didn't know Sarah was dating anyone. Which family's heir is he? My boyfriend is the sole heir of the Sterling family. A broke adopted daughter like you wouldn't be qualified to know. The Sterling heir? This is the Thorne family's banquet. Why isn't your boyfriend here with you? Yeah, why isn't Mr. Sterling here? Sarah said she's Mr. Sterling's girlfriend every day, but no one has ever seen them together.
He's busy with business!
Oh? Too busy to attend his girlfriend's family banquet? I didn't even call her boyfriend. Did Sarah make the whole thing up?
Miss Janine. Mr. Thorne is asking for you.
Excuse me.
Janine, go die!
Janina, tonight is the night you die. Come in.
You wanted me? Edward, what crime did I commit that requires this so-called confession?
Janine, illegally moving massive client assets is enough to put you away for life.
I didn't do it. I'm not signing.
Doesn't matter, because tonight, you'll die here, and everyone will call it suicide out of guilt.
What do you mean?
Edward, this is murder!
Janine, enjoy the last hour of your life.
Edward, you really are stupid. Father, what happened?
I failed as a father. I owe everyone an apology.
What happened?
I just learned that Janine illegally misappropriated client assets and caused enormous losses. I've asked her to list the money trail in the study so we can give everyone an explanation.
Oh my god, the Thorne adopted daughter did something like that? Dressed like a lady, acting like trash in private. She has disgraced the entire Upper East Side.
I told you she was an ungrateful snake.
Edward Thorne, you've been reported for illegal asset transfers. Please cooperate with the investigation.
Janine must be framing me!
Janine is in the study.
I'll take you to confront her.
I'm truly ashamed. I invited everyone here to gather and reconnect, and instead you've had to witness this scandal. Don't blame yourself, Mr. Thorne. Janine made the mistake. It has nothing to do with you.
Once they see Janine dead by suicide in the study, today's performance will be a success. The Thorne family walks away clean, and those offshore funds stay safely in our accounts.
Agent, Janine's inside. Open the door.
Janine, open the door! It's me!
Janine, you've disappointed your father so much. The agents are here. Come out and confess. Janine, just die in front of everyone.
Where is she? Where is she?
Mr. Thorne, where is this Janine you mentioned?
She was just here.
You didn't secretly send her away to protect your daughter, did you?
How could I? She and I...
Are you looking for me?
How are you still alive?
If I don't drimbait all I can, we know emote into the Thorne family long tets.
Agent, this is evidence of Edward's illegal operations over the years, plus the Thorne family's accounts for the last 5 years. Beyond financial crimes, I'm reporting Edward for attempted murder.
She's full of shit! Agent, because I refused to pay Janine's student loans, she's held a grudge against me for years. Nothing she says is credible. Right! I found this in Janine's room. Every transfer of client assets bears her handwritten signature.
What do you have to say?
Janine, don't tell me you don't recognize your own signature.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because you're already finished, and you're still struggling for nothing.
Come out!
Richard, why are you here?
Of course I'm here. Janine is innocent. I forged those signatures.
Richard! In front of federal agents, you're taking the fall for Janine? After everything the Thorne family did for you, you don't get to say you did anything for me. You, the Thornes, used me from beginning to end. Agent, I did transfer the assets, but I was forced. Sarah lied that she was pregnant with my child and blackmailed me into forging Janine's signature and moving everyone's money.
You're lying! I have a boyfriend! You and I were never like that!
All the money went into the Thorne family's offshore accounts. You can verify it.
Richard's account is detailed, and he even gave the offshore accounts. The Thornes are caught red-handed. They're done.
I'll rip your mouth apart! Stop him! You son of a bitch! You dare betray me? What the hell did that bastard Janine give you?
I was the one who wronged her all along.
Edward Thorne always looked so polished. Who knew he was this vulgar and savage in private?
It's over. Everything is over.
Miss.
Uncle Bob.
Mr. Thorne instructed that if anything happened to him, you must be sent out of the United States first.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Sarah?
Mr. Sterling, you're here to save me, right?
Let me go! I'm innocent! You have no right to restrict me!
Behave yourself! You little bastard. I should have killed you the day I found you.
You lost.
Father! Lost? No, Janine, you're the one who's finished.
Sarah, didn't I tell you to leave? Why come back?
To get yourself killed?
Father, we'll be fine. Mr. Sterling is here.
Mr. Sterling? If the Sterling family is willing to cover the transferred funds for us, then I haven't lost.
That's my good daughter. Get out of my way. Didn't you hear my daughter? Her boyfriend is here. Janine. My daughter's boyfriend is of the Sterling family. What can a powerless bitch like you use against me? Sarah, where is Mr. Sterling? Is Mr. Thorne looking for me?
You? Aren't you Janine's kept driver? How dare you pretend to be Mr. Sterling? Mr. Sterling, your Sashel's disrespecting you. Where's she gonna punish her?
The Sterling family has only one heir, Mr. Alexander Sterling. I am only his assistant.
You lied to me?
I never said I was Mr. Sterling. You made that up in your own head.
No! Impossible! Sarah's boyfriend is clearly the Sterling heir. How could it be you, an assistant? And Janine's man is supposed to be a driver. How could he?
How hilarious. She thought she was Mr. Sterling's girlfriend and didn't even know what Mr. Sterling liked.
No, impossible. That night, I clearly...
That night, I was with the woman I loved the entire time.
Why are you here?
I was afraid someone would bully you if I wasn't Edward here.
The Thorne family's unwanted adopted daughter is actually Mr. Sterling's girlfriend? Edward tried to scheme against Mr. Sterling's girlfriend? Is he insane?
The evidence is clear. Why haven't you sent Edward to prison yet? Take him away.
Wait! I have money! I can return every dollar that was transferred. I don't want to go to prison. Let me go!
Money? Edward, right now, you have nothing.
You're lying!
The assets you transferred have already been shorted by me.
Impossible. How could you have that ability?
The Godless return and crush the Thorne family century empire. Holy shit! Thorne Group stock crashed 99%. Overnight, their assets went to zero.
God of short selling. God of short selling.
Janine! It was you! You're the god of short selling!
You ruined my entire life! Janine, I'm going to kill you!
Why? Why did even you abandon me and choose her?
Abandon you? Sarah? That night, I wouldn't even pretend to touch you. Isn't that enough to show how disgusting you are? Let's go.
It's finally over.
You don't have to force a smile in front of me. If you don't want to smile, don't.
When I was 7, Edward found me on the roadside. He was right about one thing. No matter how he later used me or hurt me, I owed the Thorne family a life.
After all these years, that debt has long been paid.
I really thought I'd found a good family back then. I thought I'd never have to drift alone again.
From now on, my home is your home. I won't lose you, Janine.
I always thought my life was a complete disaster. Until I met you.
So this is the room Janine used to live in.
Janine, I betrayed your heart. I'm sorry.
Did you hear? Miss Janine of the Thorne family is actually the legendary god of short selling.
Of course. She's Wall Street's hottest rising star now. Too bad she's already married. I heard she even had 3 weddings with her husband. Whoever he is, lucky bastard.
Husband, wedding?
Right. Janine and I aren't divorced yet. We can still start over.
Move! Boss said you can't leave until Edward's verdict is issued.
You've kept me locked up here for over a week! Who the hell is your boss?
Stephen.
Miss Janine.
Janine, I've thought a lot these days. I know I was wrong. Please give me one more chance. Let's start over.
I'm here to have you sign the divorce papers.
No! I will never agree to divorce you! You want to dump me and be with that damn driver openly? Dream on, Janine.
Divorcing me, wasn't that what you always wanted?
I said I regret it! Janine, I don't want to leave you. Let's start over.
Richard, you don't want a divorce because you can't stand losing, not because you love me.
Yes! I can't stand it! I can't accept that you choose broke Alexander over starting over with me!
Because he respects me.
I can do that too!
Richard, the moment you and Sarah slept in my bed, we were over for good. Since you won't sign, we'll proceed with a contested divorce. Why are you here?
I was worried.
Let's go.
Love doesn't survive poverty! When Janine meets a richer man someday, she'll dump you.
I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you.
What?
There is no man richer than me in this world.
That was my boss, Alexander Sterling.
Good child, you've suffered enough. From now on, treat this as your home. Grandma will love you like my own granddaughter.
Grandma, you don't mind where I come from?
Silly girl. The Sterling family never judges bloodlines, only character. I liked you from the first moment I saw you.
Grandma has always had the best eye.
Stop flattering me. Tell me, when are you planning the wedding?
Whatever Janine wants.
Grandma, we're not in a rush.
How can you not be? I can't wait to hold a great-grandchild.
Madam, the item is here.
This is the Sterling family heirloom. My mother-in-law gave it to me, and now I'm giving it to you.
Grandma, this is too valuable.
Nothing is more valuable than you. Child, from today on, you are the rightful lady of the Sterling family.
Boss, Miss Janine, Richard agreed to sign.
He finally came to his senses?
After he learned your identity, he locked himself in his room without eating or drinking for 3 days. He agreed. But...
What request?
To see Miss Janine once.
I've signed the agreement.
Thank you.
Can I talk to her alone? Janine, did you know from the start that he was part of the Sterling family?
No. But I knew one thing. He never lied to my heart, and he never betrayed me.
I lost.
Take care.
Alexander Sterling, do you take Janine to be your wife, to love her, respect her, and protect her, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
Janine, do you take Alexander Sterling to be your husband, to love him, respect him, and protect him, for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
Now the groom may kiss the bride.
Thank you for letting me live again.
You're the one who taught me what love is. Finally legitimate.
What, I wasn't legitimate enough before?
Before, I was your kept man. Now I'm your lawful husband. That's different.
How is it different?
Before, you could kick me out anytime. Now, you're never getting rid of me.
Who said I wanted to get rid of you?
We're newlyweds. Can't you rest for a few days?
The market doesn't rest, and neither do I.
You two, honestly, both workaholics.
Grandma, do something about her.
I can't control her. Janine, work is work, but you need to take care of your body too.
I know, Grandma.
Next week is the charity gala. This year the Sterling family is hosting it, and both of you must attend.
Okay.
We'll listen to Grandma.
Is that Janine, the god of short selling? She's even prettier in person. That necklace she's wearing is said to be the Sterling family heirloom. Priceless.
She's the lady of the Sterling family now. Of course she can wear it.
Mr. Sterling, Mrs. Sterling, a pleasure.
Uncle Bob, I've made up my mind. I don't want to stay in New York. Yes, I'll never be able to beat Janine. I want to live for myself for once.
For you.
Thank you.
Not happy?
News just came from the prison. Edward had a heart attack. He's dead. I actually am grateful to him. When I was 7, if Edward hadn't found me, maybe I never would have met you in this life.
It has nothing to do with him. Even if you weren't with the Thorne family, I still would have found you.
That confident?
It's not confidence. It's fate. Janine, you are my fate.
I'm so lucky I met you.